See him.
Okay, we on.
Yeah.
What's good, everybody? Today, we doing the top 25 under 25 list NBA. Okay, well, what's the list? So, how you want to do it? You want to start from
We'll go
25
through
or
ES.
so?
Yeah, we're gonna go from 25 to one. Go through the ESPN list, and then I
All right,
guess we can go back through and take out who we want to take out. I mean, as we go through, we can comment on the list.
all right.
All right.
So we starting back from 25 down.
Yeah.
All right, who number
All right.
25?
For number 25, ESPN had Marty lost signal. For number 25, ESPN had Colin Sexton.
Colin Sexton.
Colin Sexton. Yeah. Colin Sexton is one of only three players in the NBA averaging at least 24 points and 4 assists while shooting 50% from the field and 35% from three. The other two
Wow.
players, the other two players under 25 doing it are Luka Doncic and Devin Booker.
See, I'm not mad at Colin Sexton because averaging more than 20 points a game is more than enough reasonable to put you on the list.
Yeah, so Colin Sexton is good for me.
Uh,
Number 24, they got Lonzo at 24.
I mean,
Lonzo number 24.
he might of course I like Lonzo, but I want to see who they got in front of him before I make my statement.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, we'll just go through it first.
Yeah,
Uh, at 23, Jared Allen.
I can
At
see that.
22, John Collins.
John Collins nice. He might have to be a little high to be a 2010 guy. So we just say,
I feel like he kind of low, but we'll see.
yeah,
At
John Collins
21,
nice.
Tyreese Halliburton.
Mm. Over John, nah, that's already wrong. He's not over John Collins already. That's crazy. John
He ain't
Collins
over
is 20
Colin
and 10.
Sexton yet.
Yeah, he's not
Colin
John.
Sexton hit 24 a night. But we'll go come back around. Number
Yeah, I'm
20
with
is
that.
DeAndre. Number 20 is DeAndre Ayton.
Man, he deserves to be on the list, but we'll see.
Um, Number 19 is Anthony Edwards, which I think is low.
Yeah, I mean, he was the number one
Yeah,
overall pick this year, right?
He and yeah, and if you look at what he's doing over the last since All-Star break, nigga doing
Yeah,
like that man doing like 23 a night since All-Star break. He balling. So I think
yeah,
that's low. I think that's
yeah. I
low where
mean,
they have him at. But I get it. I mean, he only 19, so
all right.
I mean he gonna be up high. Yeah, it's so crazy this list. If you think about it, a lot of players are coming into the league at 19 now. They're gonna be
Yeah,
on this list for like 6 years.
nah, that's true. I don't see why they disrespect. Like, why the league in general seem like it always disrespect John Collins like he ain't got. I don't know
because
why.
Because he don't play defense.
and it's where he's playing at. It's not a good market
Yeah,
for him.
yeah. Now, 18 is Sabonis, Domantas Sabonis.
Oh, that's too low.
18.
I think. I mean, I'm not gonna speculate. I mean, we're gonna go back through it. I think
Yeah,
Sabonis is low because
that's a little crazy to me.
I think Sabonis is low because they have their ages next to them. He's 24.9, so he
Okay,
almost 25. I think that's why they got him so low.
okay. I
So
mean,
Mikal Bridges is 17. I think that's kind of high. But by the same token, Mikal Bridges is 24 and a half. So he ain't gonna be on this list next year either.
but I wouldn't put Mikal Bridges over John Collins. That's kind of blasphemy.
I I really disagree. Okay. I really disagree with what's next on this list. At number 16, they have Trey Young. That's disrespectful.
I don't know, like it must be what Marty said about the Atlanta thing. Like 'cause that's
It
just
gotta
player.
be. They
Did he
fourth
average
in they fourth
29
in the
and
East.
9 or something?
But last year he was one of only like three players in NBA history to do 29 and 9. It was him, Oscar Robertson and Russell Westbrook. So, and this year he's doing 20, 25 and 9, which is crazy. So, but he only 22 and a half, so he's gonna be on this list again.
Mm.
So,
Yeah. And what number was that?
16.
That's way too low.
That's way too low.
That's
If
disrespectful.
Isaiah was on, he would love this pick. Jamal Murray is 15. Over
But I
over
don't
Trae
get
Young.
like if they talking like athletic ability or some shit, because Howard got his averaging 18 over the dude doing 29 and 9. I don't get that.
I don't know. I don't know. We'll go back through and dissect it. Number 14. Isaiah definitely would be mad about this. Michael Porter Jr. at 14. Michael Porter Jr. at 14.
Michael Porter Jr. deserves to be on the list, and I get why they doing like projection. He'd be good at, but like it's just like certain people up here that's proven already. I feel like the people that's proven already, out of respect, shit round out. Like there's no reason why John Collins or Trae Young is not in the top 10 at least. Or
All
Sabonis
right.
should be top 5 right now. Like that's crazy.
But you say that, right?
Yeah.
Since the All-Star break, Michael Porter Jr. is doing 22, 9. He's shooting 52% from the field. He shoots 43% from 3. For the season, he's doing 18 and 8 with a 50, 40, 85 on a winning team. He's their second best player right now without Jamal Murray, and they still rolling.
No, I'm not saying that. Like I get for like potential wise, like why he should be up here, but like should he be over the last couple of years? Somebody that's doing 20 and like 12 or some shit. Like Sabonis numbers been fucking retarded for the past couple of years.
No, I mean I agree. I
And
think
him and
that's
John
more of
Collins
a.
consistently been doing it their whole career. Like it's not just this guy went down and then search in the lineup. And you know what I'm saying? It's, like I love Michael Porter
I think
Jr.
that's
I agree he should be.
that's because losing. Atlanta been a loser. I mean that's the only thing I can think of. Atlanta is a consistent loser.
And I think a lot of these players can't market themselves. I think that's what this list goes off of too. Like if you can market
Well,
yourself.
I mean, because if you look at John Collins, Atlanta didn't even offer him a contract extension. They let him be a restricted free agent.
True.
But at number 13, Jamal Murray.
I mean, I ain't got no.
I'm with that. I ain't
got no problem with him being like
Jaylen Brown is at 12.
What?
I had no problem. Jaylen Brown at 12.
He's supposed to be more up higher.
Well, we got to see who ahead of him.
Let me see.
This one might be controversial to y'all. Brandon Ingram over Jaylen Brown at 11.
No, that's not controversial.
But he's supposed to be higher.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Brandon Ingram should be top 10 to me.
All right, so here's the top 10. Ready? Number 10, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
I mean, he's been balling, so I don't.
He shouldn't be over. He shouldn't be over Ingram or Jaylen Brown.
I'm not putting him over. Yeah.
Well, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
Jaylen Brown is a debate, but I don't think he's Brandon Ingram.
I mean, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander doing 24, 25 a night, 6 assists, 5 rebounds, 40% from 3, 50% from the field, leading his team. OKC was competitive until they had a bunch of injuries. They were competitive.
I mean,
Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is their best player. Boston was struggling when Jason Tatum went out. So, I mean, number 9. I think everybody can agree with number 9, Bam Adebayo.
Yeah, Bam.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
He deserves top 10.
Number 8, yo, the number 8 on this list has been on this list for 6. But this is his 6th consecutive year.
Wow.
Devin Booker.
Yeah, he
Oh,
deserves it.
I'm not mad at him. Yeah,
Uh,
I'm not mad at that.
Number 7, Isaiah would hate this one. Marty is too. Ben Simmons.
Oh my fucking god.
This is Ben Simmons' first time out of the top 5 since 2018.
I'll put Brandon Graham over him. I'll put.
I know why Ben Simmons fell out of the top 5.
I said
Ben Simmons is 20.
Brandon Ingram.
You said Brandon Graham. You switched
Yeah, I
sports.
meant Ingram. Yeah, I meant Ingram.
Ben Simmons is 24.7, so he almost 25. So that's why he dropped down. De'Aaron Fox is number 6. And this is where it gets crazy. The top 5. At 5, Jason Tatum. At 4, Donovan Mitchell. At 3, LaMelo Ball. At 2, Zion Williamson. And at 1, Luka Doncic.
It should go Luka Doncic. It should go Jason Tatum. Then I will put Zion, maybe. What's the name? You said Lonzo Ball or LaMelo Ball?
LaMelo. Calm down. LaMelo. Lonzo's 24.
LaMelo need to be out of, like, I'll give him, I'll say he don't need to be in the top 10.
Nah, he don't really. I think just our body of work so far, like you only got
like it's so short.
25 game sample, so like he got to be like 17 or some shit. Just off respect,
Really?
like I mean,
LaMelo.
we talk about future.
We talking about a guy that as a starter who was doing 22 6-6 or 22 7-7 as a starter.
But
he was so good that they couldn't leave him on the bench. They had to break him a starter because he was just that good.
No,
and
but you gotta, you see, you gotta look at it at what these other guys have been doing. Like, all the other guys that we're talking about.
But you gotta look at it like this. Right? You gotta look at it like this. If we talk about like the top 25, under 25, like as of right now, I'm assuming they talk about right now, like as of right now, like in the future. If you tell me I'm starting the team next year, the next 2 years, all right, Melo, I'll take you over for people on this list. But now, I'm the
LaMelo is 19. He's 19. So I look at the list this way: 25 under 25, right? You looking at guys who 25 under 25. You're looking at guys who are you're going to build around for the future. You can build around almost 25-year-old Sabonis, or you can build around 19-year-old Melo. LaMelo is 19 in like 3 months, I think. Wait. He's 19. He's 19.6.
No, that's where the list goes.
If we talk about talking about future, I would take LaMelo over a lot of people on this list. But we talk about as of right now. Right now, 25. I can't put him over like he played like 40 games this year. I like 35. I can't put him over a Sabonis, a John Collins, a Trey Young.
Yeah, but
people that I've seen do it multiple years.
Zion on this list, he only played 20 games last year.
But that's why I would put him down. That's what I'm saying. Like I would.
Yeah,
but
he
down too.
He would put him down, but like it didn't. Also, this year, through the whole season, Zion's he turned up. He's been on a prowess.
I mean,
LaMelo
ain't been turned up
or something like.
LaMelo's been turned up.
But we only seen before he get like we just had a conversation at the beginning of the year that you said that he ain't better than Lonzo yet.
Yeah.
So if he's not better than Lonzo, like 23.
I did say he wasn't better than Lonzo yet, but I did say by the end of the year he might be.
He might be, but if that's the conversation,
was better than Lonzo. I said he was better than Lonzo.
But we can have that conversation, right? If we can have that conversation.
Yeah.
If we talk about just like I'm talking about today. If we talk about when I made that list, I assume they talk about today. As of today, I'm taking a few people that's down in this list that should be further up than Melo.
I don't think that is. I don't think
like
that
next
is.
Year,
let's look at last year's. Let's look at last year's list, right? Right. Last year, it's crazy. Last year, Luka Doncic had no shot of being number one last year. You know why he's number one? He been number one for the last 2 years. Last year, players that aged out: Giannis, Joel Embiid, and the Joker. They aged out. That's how Luka jumped to number one. The last 2 years. But last year Zion was number 2 last year.
But if you look at it, for him to be up that far and Luka not be able to, like, for where Luka was for the last 2 years and what Luka was able to do, I don't see what's an impact as big as Luka's was. So if Luka could fucking be back,
what you mean?
Certain spaces, because it wasn't
impact?
Like Luka proved to you what he is. Like he proved to you that he's a finisher. He proved to you that he could close. He proved to us that even when a guy like Porzingis is down,
so you saying? So last year Luka jumped to number 1 because Greek Freak, Joel Embiid, and Joker aged out.
Yeah,
right?
He had to play
this year, Karl Anthony Towns, D'Angelo Russell, Zach LaVine, Kristaps Porzingis aged out, and Jaren Jackson Jr. and Jonathan Isaac fell off the list because they always hurt. So you telling me if those people were on, the guys who aged out, if they were on, LaMelo would be further down?
But LaMelo should be further down anyway, because there's guys on his list that at their position. There's guys at their positions on there that's supposed to be way higher up that have been doing it for many years, not just for a half a season. That's what I'm saying. It's not like we're not diminishing.
Yeah, like it's not taking anything from. It's not taking anything from LaMelo. It's just saying. Like, look at this. Look at this. Like by the same measure, right? Luka's number 1, right? If Luka's number 1, there's no way in hell that Trae Young is number 16 and they put up there in the same numbers.
No,
it don't make sense.
Well, listen. I completely disagree. I completely disagree with where Trae Young is. So I completely disagree with where Trae Young is. I think where Trae Young is horrendous. I think that's horrendous placement.
I'm gonna give you one better. Like you just said, you said when Tatum went down, the Boston Celtics was done up. We just clearly saw. So now you're going to put Tatum underneath LaMelo?
I also think it's age.
So look. So naturally he's going to keep going down. He's going to keep going down on the list because it's not about
that. Because I think that's why Ben Simmons dropped. Ben Simmons was like 3rd last year. No, Ben Simmons was 4th last year.
But is the list going forward? Like what they're going to do potentially next season, or is it their list for now? That's what we need to understand.
It's their potential.
Well,
it's potential.
I'm gonna keep it 100 with you. I'm still not putting him over. He's still not over fucking Tatum to me. Tatum is a top 5 player in the league.
Yeah.
Tatum is a top. To me, in 2 years, Jason Tatum is going to be a top 5 player in this league.
Yeah.
I love Jason Tatum's game. And the fact that he's 23, I think he's just going to keep going.
I know this is going to stare off, but is he above Ben Simmons?
Jason Tatum?
No.
Yeah. He is. He above Ben Simmons. And I love Ben Simmons' game.
I think Ben Simmons is supposed to be on the outside.
Jason Tatum is a solid. Jason Tatum is a solid defender, and he can carry a team offensively. Ben Simmons can't do that. So I will have.
Whoa!
Jason
Breaking news! Breaking news! Say that again.
Ben Simmons can't carry a team offensively.
Oh.
Like he hasn't shown that he is willing to carry a team offensively. He hasn't.
I mean, like
he picks up when Embiid goes out. He picks his game up. He does, but that's not enough to show that he's ready to do it all the time. And until he shows that, Jason Tatum is better. Jason Tatum is a good defender. He's not Ben Simmons' level of defender. He's not, but he is a really good defender. He's a really good defender. And he can give you 26 a night.
Yeah. See, I look at the list. I'm thinking we talking like as of right now because
of right now, yeah.
Because it's like for me, as of right now, like if you telling me as of right now, like right now, it would have to be top 5. Would have to be Luka, Jason Tatum.
All right, hold on, wait.
It's probably dead, that man.
Luka, Jason Tatum. I would throw Sabonis in there. I would have to put Trae Young. It's a lot of, like, if we talk about as of right now,
this list is about.
I would even put John Moran up
This list is about potential.
Yeah,
it's about potential.
I put John Moran before I put LaMelo at this point in time. And it's not saying like it's that he's better. It's just, of what they have done so far.
It's about potential, though. So potentially, he's not better.
But at the same token, people said the same thing about his brother when he came in. He numbered like 23rd on the list.
Oh, LaMelo? I mean Lonzo?
Yeah. Lonzo was supposed to be one of the greatest point guards of all time. He's number 23 on this list. So, like, is it hard to go off potential because we don't like? It's hard. Like,
but that's what this list is. This list is potential. This list is about potential. And I mean, despite what Sabonis does in the league, Sabonis is doing 22, 11, and 5 a night. His potential ain't as great as the guys above him because this might be it for him. He might get a little better, but potentially he ain't growing no more.
But if you tell me reaching my potential to 22 and 5, a lot of guys on this list would be lucky if they ever could reach that plateau. If you telling me that John Collins is 20 and 10, a lot of guys on this list would be lucky to hit that plateau. And then not even to mention, there's no way in hell Melo is over Devin Booker. There's no way in hell.
Yeah.
Like just off of I would like throwing him somewhere in the middle of the list. Like, I don't understand, but like for you to not be like first few games this season, and then he turn around and he ain't even
And that's what
Then he turned around and he started like 20 games. Now he's number 3. That's a little crazy to me.
Yeah, that's too far fetched. Like you didn't even play enough full, like, because that's what we had the argument about. Wadu before when I told you that he was better, and you was like, "Yo, he don't start," and I was like, I had to chalk it up and say, "Yeah, you're right. He didn't start, so he can't be better than LaMelo." But then when he did start, yeah, you saying the potential, but it wasn't enough. Like it's still not enough sample size yet, because now that you're a starter, it's totally different when you're coming off the bench. You know what I'm saying? Nobody got a game plan for you or anything like that, or you know what I'm saying? You're not really seeing like the best defenders and shit like that. So I think that's what we need to see first, because it's all good when somebody don't know what your game is, but it's different when people study your game at the end of the day. And then you start demanding that my best defender got to go on him to shut him down. We've seen that it's a lot of people on this list just can't be guarded even with with other teams' best defenders. They see that chat with Melo.
That's a great point. That's a great point. Because because with that, like he was like Gordon Hayward was the number one option.
Yeah. So it's like,
yeah.
I don't know. I don't know where Wadu. I think Wadu backed out.
Nah, he up here. But number 3 is crazy. Off of like 30, 40 games.
Yeah.
Number 3 is crazy. Bro, all the people like, if it wasn't niggas on this list that wasn't the best player on the playoff team,
yeah, I will understand it.
Like I would like we just talked about. We just talked about. It's good. We just talked about Jason Tatum being a potential to the league. What's Sabonis doing? We just talked about John Collins. We just talked about the Hawks being number 4 seed. There's no way in hell that LaMelo should be number 3 in the list.
Listen, this is about potential. This list is about. So wait. So y'all mad at Donovan Mitchell? Y'all mad at Jason? Y'all mad at LaMelo? I get y'all issues with LaMelo. Y'all okay with Donovan Mitchell being fourth above Jason Tatum, above De'Aaron Fox, above Devin Booker?
No. What I said was Jason Tatum's supposed to be. If he ain't number one, he got to be number two.
Wait, so you taking Jason Tatum over Zion?
Hell yeah!
Right now,
Hell yeah!
But this list is about potential. So you rather have Jason Tatum's potential over Zion's potential, is what you're saying?
See, that's what I'm saying. Now that's changing the whole argument. But we were going off of that. We were talking about as of right now.
Now the list is about potential. It's the top 20 is the players with the most potential under 25.
I'm taking Jason Tatum over Zion any day of the week.
Yeah.
To build around. Isaiah, we talking about to build around.
I'm taking Jason Tatum over Zion any day of the week.
No, Jason Tatum is disgusting. We said he's a top 5 player in the league. In the league, that's not like that. Like if we said that top 5.
I like Jason Tatum. I'm a big Jason Tatum fan.
That means there's only 4 people that might be a little bit better than him.
Jason Tatum's a top 10 basketball player in the NBA.
So
I'm taking Jason Tatum over Donovan Mitchell.
That's my question. Is Donovan Mitchell better than Jason Tatum? Is Donovan Mitchell better than Devin Booker?
No. Well, I got him better than Devin Booker.
Maybe better than
Devin
Booker.
Yeah,
maybe.
Definitely.
Why?
He better than Devin Booker. Devin Booker don't win shit. Donovan Mitchell, he came.
That's
but
the
listen.
But see,
at the end of the day, Donovan Mitchell get it done.
See,
since he got in the league, he came in the league. He came in the league and just set the league on fire. Donovan Mitchell,
but he had a good team.
He was but before that, wasn't he co-rookie of the year, right?
Donovan Mitchell?
Yeah.
I don't know. I gotta look that up.
See, but the reason why,
or either that or he came number 2. He came in the league and was immediately impactful. I don't think we could deny that.
Devin Booker was too.
I ain't giving him that though.
I don't think.
Phoenix was a bad team.
I don't think Chris Paul made them a better team. Not him.
Chris Paul is the only other All-Star he's ever played with.
Okay. And Rudy Gobert got paid because of Donovan Mitchell.
No, he didn't. Rudy Gobert was an All-Star before Donovan Mitchell.
I mean, he got paid because of him.
No,
he an All-Star by default. He an All-Star by default.
How you All-Star by default?
Because he is. I don't do nothing special. I need a nigga that's gonna go down there and get me a bucket. Could he go get me a bucket?
That ain't the league anymore.
Well,
this nigga 2-time defensive player of the year.
I need him to go get me a bucket though.
You're 14 and 14 every night. What you want?
I need a bucket.
But I think we ain't.
I told you what I want, a bucket.
Donovan Mitchell. We ain't mentioned Donovan Mitchell because, like we're not saying that he top 5. Speaking for myself, but I just don't think it was as blasphemous as LaMelo being number 3. Donovan Mitchell's been on the playoff team, averaging 25, 26 his whole career. So
LaMelo definitely not number 3.
He's been doing it.
LaMelo Paul, he's not number 3.
I get the potential.
Melo not number 3. He got game.
Donovan Mitchell he didn't score on the number 1 team in the West. Like I'm not going to dispute him. Like I'm like you're not going to go as hard as him before a guy that you only seen for 30 games. He only started like
LaMelo not even ahead of Devin Booker.
No, he's not ahead of
what about
either.
So what about Trae Young being number 16?
That's
too low. That's ridiculous. Trae Young was on a bad team last year. Now, man, they got better coaching, and they wasn't really out of the playoffs all year. And look what he's doing. That team goes. They got a better team. Donovan. They got a couple guys. You got Lemon Pepper Lou. They got a better team, but Trae Young is the best player on that team, and he one of the youngest. I think you got to respect that.
And I look at it like this too, right? Like somebody like Jaylen Brown who raised his scoring average by 5. I can't discredit that. You know what I'm saying? So he deserves to be cheating around the top right outside of. But then at the same time, we talk about Mitchell and we say the team around him. But at the same time, even with LaMelo, he's not out there playing with no talent. You got Gordon Hayward, PJ Washington.
Gordon Hayward's a big part of that team, and Bridges is dunking on everybody.
Rozier been like
they. Like, it's
none of those guys played as good. None of those guys played as good last year. How about that? None of those guys played as good last year.
That's true. But you know, Gordon Hayward was a third man out. So that you got to count him as his situation was different. They all the star players, they started bringing up their game, and now they got working back in for the injury. He was just the odd man out. But you look at his numbers now. Mike paid him, and we like, what are you doing? And it's like, I don't know if he was worth that much, but apparently so.
But look how his numbers fell after LaMelo left. Did y'all see how his numbers fell after LaMelo left?
LaMelo the man. We not discrediting LaMelo. I mean, but you can say the same thing with Boston. Look at what happened with Boston when the man got COVID. Now all of a sudden he started getting better and feeling like himself. Know what I mean? Now they ripping and running now. They ain't losing too many more games.
And think about this. Think about we're not gonna act like Donovan Mitchell didn't come and change Utah neither. His first year he took over that team. His first year he took over and showed out as a rookie in the playoffs and all that. Like, so we can't discredit that neither. We could say their team is good, but
that means that he deserves to be over Jason Tatum then.
Who, Donovan Mitchell?
I think.
I don't think so.
As a player, I don't think
they went to the Eastern Conference last year. You can't do that.
As a player on this list, the only one who has a conversation to be in front of Tatum is Luka. That's it.
Really?
That's it.
I ain't giving Luka that. He ain't too efficient.
What I was gonna say, Luka's more efficient this year, but he's a terrible defender.
Jason Tatum could guard. He played defense, he rebound, he an all around player.
But see, with the whole Luka situation, he don't really have nobody else in that squad. It's just him.
Well, I mean, there's Porzingis. But Porzingis is hurt a lot.
Porzingis been hurt.
So it's like you want him to. Nobody's gonna ever do that. Nobody's gonna ever be. Well, I'm not gonna say ever, but ain't nobody. That time is over when niggas play defense and offense to give you everything they got. That time is over with now. It's too many.
Nah, that ain't true.
Jason Tatum do it.
Jason Tatum do it. Jimmy Butler live on that. Jaylen Brown play both sides.
Look. Listen to what you about to say. Listen to what y'all just said. It's two niggas on the same squad, so it's easier for certain plays. I get you. I'm talking about somebody that's
Bam do it
like LeBron James going down there. I'm taking the best down and I'm gonna still score 40.
He do when he want to. LeBron do it when he want to.
LeBron defense that LeBron
basketball no more. That's not smart basketball. I need you to put on the offensive side of the ball because if we ain't scoring on the offense, I don't give a fuck how many times we can defend. It ain't gonna help us out.
Nah, that's not true. Defense won championships.
Defense does, but being smart also wins championships too.
And that one year, Durant was defending at a high level too, and he was still scoring everything on Golden State.
I mean, Kawhi. Look at Kawhi Paul George.
Kawhi. Wait. There you go.
Look, you said look at Kawhi. Kawhi takes so many days off that it's crazy because he knows that going that 2 ways it takes a toll on your body. You're not gonna be able to last long towards the end. That's why people say, LeBron James is losing that he's getting too old. He doesn't play defense the way he normally plays defense. No, he realized that he's the only answer on the offense. He got to run the offense. He got to do this. So why not flag up on the defense or not the best player on defense all the time? Other people that's what they're getting paid too. That's what you're supposed to do.
Jimmy Butler and Bam do. They play both sides of the ball all game.
Bam do it.
That's what I'm saying. Tatum play pretty good defense. Greek Freak do it.
Greek Freak was defensive player of the year.
Yeah,
and 29 a game last year.
That's a different fucking animal. Like That's a holy.
There's a bunch of niggas that play both sides of the floor. John Moran actually is pretty good defensively.
I mean,
Embiid does it.
Klay Thompson
Simmons does it.
Bam,
Klay Thompson.
Bam.
Joel Embiid.
Embiid definitely do it.
Bam do it, but Bam be dying. So Bam be dying.
But
what
I'm saying, when I'm saying, I'm talking about literally like playing the best players on another man's team. It's very rare that they do that for long periods of time. It's very rare.
Well, that has always been like that in the NBA.
And when you saying something about like Giannis, it's people that's playing him that's trying to play it. He's just getting into a transition. He'll block the shit. You know what I'm saying? It's not like really like locked down shit. He's just bigger and stronger than everybody.
He play a lot of help defense.
Like that's what I'm saying. Like it's not like
right. But if you want to discredit Giannis because he's a big man, what about Chris Middleton? Chris Middleton, a great defender. Chris Middleton, a great defender.
Chris Middleton play defense too.
He gets you 22 points every year.
I get it, but the 22 points. We talking about motherfuckers that could score a lot. That you need to get that 30 to 40 points a game. Y'all put up.
That's because they better.
They need Chris Middleton to get that 22. They need Chris Middleton to get that 22. They need all of that.
Yeah, but it's not like
they would be struggling greatly if he wasn't getting that.
Mar,
when you need them like to get 30, 40 points a game and shit, like 30 and 30
we was talking about
you don't need them to do that.
Sabonis placement on the list this year, he jumped up. Last year he was 22nd.
They don't respect Sabonis the way they should for everything that he does. And kind of being undersized at the position. Jamal Murray jumped up because of the playoffs. I wasn't sold on him to the playoffs.
But that's
playoffs, he had a magical run. He had a magical run in the playoffs.
Jamal Murray, he's not really a point guard. That's my biggest knock on him. He's just a guard. He's just a scorer. Because the reality of life is most of their points, like, we all know who the point guard is on that team.
Jokic.
Yeah. So.
How old is Jokic?
He just aged out last year. He's 26.
Yeah. That's because he played overseas for a little bit, didn't he?
But that we were talking about why Doncic is number one. Doncic got his number one last year. But everybody else aged out. Last year, Joel Embiid, Greek Freak, and Joker all aged out.
Kelly Oubre just hit a 3.
So
yeah, but Luka could kind of, even with them names, you could kind of give him number one. But he got a disadvantage, man, because he was playing with grown men. The same thing with LaMelo, and that's what
LaMelo got.
Wiseman. LaMelo got an advantage, and that's why he should have probably went number one, because he already know how to play basketball. That playing overseas with grown men, they don't take it easy on American players. They trying to kill you out there. They really playing ball. They just not as good as our professional players. That's why LaMelo number one, and he's so impactful because he know how to play basketball.
Yeah, I agree with that.
He played with professional grown men, so it's a lot different. Yeah, and they not giving you nothing over there. They not gonna sit there and let you shoot like he in Chino Hills. He gonna shoot 30 times a day. Nah, he got to play team ball. He taking hard fouls and everything as a kid, so he's used to it. So that's why he's so impactful. That helps a lot.
Oh, stop whining, little boy. You did that. Leave it alone.
And then you got like LaMelo starting. Terry Rozier was going the hell off as well.
Like, Scary Terry.
Like ain't no joke.
Scary Terry. All those guys were better because of LaMelo.
Yes. LaMelo.
PJ Washington, Miles Bridges.
No, that's true.
Bridges be dunking on everybody. It's getting ridiculous now.
Didn't they just beat the Nets or some shit like that?
Bridges is one of them guys who needed somebody to throw him lobs. Terry Rozier's a scorer.
Yes, he not a pure point guard.
He's not a point guard.
LaMelo's gonna be aggressive, but he's a pure point guard. He's looking to pass the ball first.
Devontae Graham is probably not really a starter level point guard. You know what I mean? Like he's good, but he's probably better as your sixth man than he is as your starter because he's undersized and he's a volume shooter.
No, I agree with that.
See, I'm not. I don't take nothing away from LaMelo, but it's just like the it's perfect fit. It's perfect fit, but the guys
Well,
that
I
he
mean,
perfect fit with
with
had
everybody,
talent already, so it's not like.
but with everybody, everybody needs to come into the right situation.
Yeah.
We see that all the time.
Exactly.
There's tons of players who come into the league in the wrong situation and nothing happens.
Well, my man, some of these dudes, Tatum did come into a really good situation with all them damn draft picks they had.
Tatum came into a situation where they had cap space. They had a decent team.
And they have Brad Stevens, a hell of a coach. They had young players that it's easier for.
I mean, Donovan Mitchell came into a good situation.
So where did they put on that list? Where did they put RJ Barrett?
He ain't on the list.
Nope. Well, he shouldn't be.
They put him at 28.
He'll be on the list next year. At 28. He'll be on the list next year.
I think he's 30.
But I like.
He'll be on the list next year.
I wouldn't necessarily pick nobody. Like, it's not a terrible list. I wouldn't necessarily pick nobody off the list. I would swap out some people in the top. Melo cannot be in the top 10 off of 30 games. Like, that's just out of respect. I think.
You think Jarrett Allen deserves to be on this list and Tyreese Halliburton already?
Halliburton is no way in hell. He was above. Halliburton was above
John Collins.
Like, that's blasphemous.
Not only is he above John Collins, he above Colin Sexton.
Yeah, like that's crazy.
Come off the bench, like,
look at Oubre. Oubre trying to ball. He missed the layup though.
If he on the list, he has to be 25. There's no debate. He's not better than anybody on this list yet. Like,
no,
he has to be 25. Like we can say what we want about Jarrett Allen, but Jarrett Allen done had 20 games, and we done seen him play good defense, and we done seen him. They just traded Drummond for him. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't say that he's like, we could debate that all day, whether he's 24 on the list or something like that. I'm not debating to move him up. Like, if he make it, I'm not like, I don't have a major problem with, like, I get him off the damn list. Like, I don't know, like, but then again, like, I sit down and look at the ages of people, because I don't know people's ages.
I mean,
John Collins should not be in no 20s. Trae Young should not be in no teams.
Nah, Trae Young can't be in no teams. I'm taking Trae Young.
There's no way.
Just off the strip of what he do over LaMelo. Trae Young should be in the top 5 somewhere.
I believe Trae Young was highly disrespected.
We just had a conversation. I'm keeping 100. We just had a conversation about Julius Randle being in the MVP discussion, and him and Sabonis putting up the same numbers. How the fuck is he 20 or whatever case? It don't make sense.
Because he carrying that team.
Julius Randle
got his team in 14th place. Fourth place.
Yeah, that's why.
I mean, but Sabonis, the Pacers been in the playoffs every year.
Yeah, but if we talking MVP, Randle, what he doing over there, he the best player on that team. He making noise.
Listen, but listen, this is an individual list. This man is doing the same numbers as the guy that you said should be in MVP discussion. There's no way in hell he's up the top 10. There's no way in hell, no matter how you slice it. No way.
I ain't mad at you for that. Sabonis, I think he should be in the top 10 somewhere.
If you're doing the same numbers as a guy that's mentioned in MVP discussion, there's no way that it should be a team next to your damn name on the top 25 list. That's crazy to me. And
well, Sabonis underrated and underappreciated. Yeah, he underrated and underappreciated the last couple years. I mean,
Sabonis places on this list is only because of his age. He is almost 25. So when you talk about the potential best under 25, the dude who's 24 years old and 11 months ain't gonna be that high. I mean, that's the God's honest truth.
Because they saying he hit his ceiling already.
I mean, I see
he's 25. So we're not talking about once you get in the NBA nowadays, everybody comes in 19, 20. Once you get to 25, you kind of are. Yeah, you may get a little better, but
listen, if I'm 24, I don't care if Luka was turning 25 tomorrow.
He's still number fucking one. I don't care what they.
Luka Doncic, really?
Like Jason Tatum's still in the top 2 or 3. Like he's still there. I don't care about the age. To me, that doesn't make we talk about as of right now, he's under 25.
The way that team plays in Dallas, they not even a playoff team without Luka. They not in a playing game or nothing. Like he is that whole squad.
A lot of teams, but that's teams without these guys.
He has to be up there, bro. If Luka Doncic is out, you ain't talking about
you talking about a guy that's in the MVP talks basically every year since he's been in the league.
And he's clutch.
He's better. He's not fully clutch. He's better.
But Luka Doncic was up here. He was just putting up crazy numbers. Russell Westbrook was putting up crazy numbers, and people talk about his inefficiency. Luka was inefficient as hell last year. He was shooting like 30% from 3, and he was taking 8 of them a game. So to talk about his potential,
Luka don't get the same scrutiny that these other guys.
He don't get the same scrutiny as other guys.
In his defense, he's the only person on the team. You talking about what's his name? He got other stars on the team with him, and he fucking up. Westbrook.
Talking about Westbrook.
I mean, 29. So, that nigga had Luka had 29, 9, and 8 or something like that last year. It's like, and if you tell me he did that and he gets better with his efficiency, that's very scary.
Yeah.
Or a nigga that got 4 straight seasons of triple doubles and not ever be talked about in the MVP race and none of that. That's just crazy. So Luka got to wear some of that. Talking about Westbrook. Niggas talking about Steph might be the MVP. West about to get in a playing game and averaging another triple-double. What we talking about here? We talking about practice. So Luka got to wear some of that inefficiency talk.
He's way more efficient.
Support and cast is different.
Luka's way more efficient this year.
Yes, he's more efficient this year, but he still ain't KD and none of these, and he never will be.
And that's because Porzingis be playing a little bit of more games with him. He's just not his own. It's just not him out there now. So if you put some other pieces around them, it might be a difference.
It might be a difference, but it ain't right now. We gotta go off of what it is. We gotta go off what he's doing. We can't give him a hypothetical.
So what's Zion doing right now for the year?
20. Wait, I'll tell you. It's concise already. He's doing. Take a couple. Let's see. Tell you right now. Zion doing something crazy, like 27, 28. He's doing 27, 7, and 4.
That's scary, isn't it?
He's doing 27, 7, and 4. He's shooting 62% from
a guy that your coach don't even know how to use. Your coach don't even know how to use you, and the guy doing that's bananas.
But that's why he's so high on his list.
If you're gonna do potential, if you're gonna be potential, you gotta put Zion up there before LaMelo.
Who? Zion was number 2, right?
Yeah, Zion number 2.
Where they got John Moran at? Because this is foolish
15.
right now.
You ain't gonna like that. Yeah, you ain't gonna like
that's
that.
That's way too low. This is crazy.
That's low.
Since the All-Star break, Zion Williamson is doing 29, 4, 7.5 boards, shooting 62% from the field.
That looks good, but what them numbers looking like? What that record looking like?
They end up playing just like everybody else.
Yeah. See, that's what it's not about, though. It's not about the records. It's just about their potential.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, it sounds good, man. Al Harrington had a crazy year. That year he's with the Hawks.
If you compare Zion Williamson to fucking Al Harrington again,
yeah, I told you, numbers don't lie. They had a crazy year. It wasn't.
You smoking
Russ getting numbers all the time. Russ getting numbers all the time. Now numbers don't lie.
Zion and Al Harrington are on the same.
Y'all already know how I feel. John Morant too low, man. I'm taking him over Zion. I mean, it's about wins up in this league.
John Morant ain't got no wins. What are you talking about?
I mean,
what do you want?
I mean, it's about getting wins. They always in the playoffs every year since he been there. Every year since they getting there. Watch the man work.
This is second year. What are you talking about?
Every year they been there. They in there.
I would definitely put.
That's all that matters.
I would definitely put John Morant. John Morant is definitely in the top 10. I would put him in there.
Yeah, he's in the top 10.
I would put him in the top 10.
Above who?
In the top 10.
Who you taking out?
John Morant. He's definitely.
Who you taking out?
Melo.
I think Melo.
He started taking out Melo. This nigga crazy.
Look, it's either LaMelo or I'm taking out motherfucking Ben Simmons.
Why you say that? He about to start crying now. He's talking about his light skin blue.
Name the top 10 again. Name the top 10 again.
Oh, wait a minute. Number 10 is Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
Step back.
Okay.
Bam Adebayo, Devin Booker, Ben Simmons, De'Aaron Fox, Jason Tatum, Donovan Mitchell, LaMelo Ball, Zion, and Luka. That's the top 10.
De'Aaron Fox coming off, and he coming off, and Shai Gilgeous not on that team player. He coming off too. He gotta go down.
Simmons gotta come off.
Why? Why you taking Shai Gilgeous off?
I'm definitely taking him off because he ain't the same player when Chris Paul was there.
He better. What are you talking about?
How? Better how? What the y'all niggas be liking a bunch of niggas that don't do nothing, that win no games.
What are you talking about?
Numbers look cool.
No. Before Shai Gilgeous went down for injury, they were in the playoff spot.
I mean,
he got hurt.
He coming off. He coming off.
He doing 20. He put 24, 6, and 5. Shoot 40%
and they losing. That shit sounds good. What my man doing right now? What my man doing right now?
Your boy doing 18 a game. He's doing 18 a game.
18-7.
27%.
18-7.
From 3. 27% from 3.
Threes don't mean nothing. Not everybody
shoots
threes. No, they don't.
Mean everything in the league. What are you talking about?
No, it don't. Greek 3. What he shoot from 3?
32?
Come on now. There we go. That shit don't mean nothing.
He's
terrible.
He shooting better than John Morant. He's shooting better than John Morant.
John Morant, they gotta shoot them shits. And he probably takes more than him too.
John Morant ain't better than he was last year.
Listen,
you know who better?
I think it's so crazy. This is foolish.
You know who better? Dylan Brooks is better.
No, look.
Jonas Valanciunas is better. Kyle Anderson is healthy.
Come on, man. You talking about the whole dudes. Don't act like all them dudes. Don't act like all them dudes that get traded for no reason.
They got a good team.
They got traded for a reason. Valanciunas got traded for a reason. Valanciunas got traded over there for a reason. I mean, got traded for a reason. And the rest of them niggas, nobody knows.
They drafted.
Out of any of them niggas' numbers, who's buying their jersey? Nobody. So stop talking about niggas nobody knows.
Because John Morant dunks. That's what makes him better because he's a high flyer.
Let's talk about them 7 assists he averaged, bro.
Then you like Dennis Smith Jr.
Let's talk about the 7 assists. Let's talk about the 7 assists he averaged.
Get 12 boards.
Know what I mean?
The only thing that I gotta
he got
say,
traded.
He doing 12 boards.
They gave him up.
Hold on.
Stop it.
They gave Jonas Valanciunas up so they can get Kawhi Leonard. That's what they gave Jonas Valanciunas up.
What'd you say?
He got traded for a reason.
What'd you say?
They get Kawhi Leonard.
I said the only thing that I gotta say is while you said that he said threes matter, then that means Ben Simmons definitely got to come off this fucking list. If threes matter, it matters.
Ben Simmons is the best defender on his list. He's the best defender on his list.
Oh, here we go with this.
He's the best defender on his list.
Nah,
here you go with this.
All right, we
threes matter now.
As of right now, right? As of right now, right? We all said that Trae Young got to be in the top 10. We all said that we didn't all say, but John Morant should be considered.
John Morant ain't better than Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. He's not. He's not a better defender. He's not a better anything than Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. I'm not taking Shai Gilgeous-Alexander off. You talk about winners. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander been to the playoffs every year in his career except for this year. And that's because he got hurt. Before he got hurt, that team was a playoff team.
Yeah, but who's the best players on those teams? John Morant, the best player on his team. So why are we talking backwards now? Shea Gillis never been the best player on his team. He's never been the best player on his team. Russ took them to the playoffs and CP took them to the playoffs. So why are we talking about practice here?
He never played with Russ.
He did play with Russ his first year.
No, he didn't. He was in the Clippers. He was with the Clippers.
Oh, okay. So who's the best player on that Clippers team? Right.
To the playoffs.
Not him. Who's the best player? John Morant has been the best player on that team since he got in the league.
He didn't make the playoffs. They made the play-in game. What are you talking about?
We'll take it.
Play-in game.
We'll take it.
That ain't the playoffs.
We'll take it. You're talking about a nigga that never made the playoffs. He never been the best player on his team. You talking about him making the playoffs? Why are we talking about a nigga? He not even robbing. That nigga is Alfred.
You love to move the goalposts. You talk about winners. A guy who's been deep into the playoffs.
You love moving the goalposts. You got Ben Simmons up there. He don't even shoot threes. And you talking about threes count now. What are you talking about?
Because your man shoots a bunch of them. He shoots 4 or 5 a game, and he only makes 27% of them.
That's fine. And your man don't shoot nothing at all.
If he don't matter, yeah, but he ranked higher than your boy.
No, man.
He ranked higher than your boy, and he been into the playoffs deep in the playoffs. Man. And Ben Simmons been an all-star every year for the last 4 years, and he been all defense. John Morant ain't been none of that.
Right, I agree with you. We're gonna leave that bum. We're gonna leave the bum guy up there. The reason why they ain't gonna get to the finals, we'll leave him up there. But your man coming off.
He coming off like aging out.
He not even. I ain't even talking about him. I'm talking about Shea Gillis. He coming off.
Shea Gillis is better than John Morant.
He gotta get bumped down. You talking about a dude? He's not even He's never been Batman on his team. He's never been Robin on his team.
He's Batman this year. What are you talking about?
He been lucky to be Alfred, and they ain't going nowhere. It's over. Wrap it up.
So if we gonna move Trae Young in the top 10, who has to come off?
De'Aaron Fox gotta come off. He gotta come down.
I'll take De'Aaron Fox off.
Yeah, I'll take him off.
He a little too high. I like De'Aaron.
How about
he the best player on that team, but he a little too high.
All right, how about this? How about we take Melo off and squeeze John Moran in?
Where we put Melo at?
You say he taking LaMelo off, squeeze John Moran in.
You taking Melo off the top 10?
I'm taking Ben Simmons off. He could be number 11.
Ben Simmons. Ben Simmons is better than all of them. Ben Simmons is better than John Morant.
No, he's not.
Ben Simmons not better than John Morant. John Morant averaging 18 a game as the first option. Ben Simmons is the third option offensively, and he averaging 16 a game. So what are you talking about?
The third option because he can't score.
He averages more assists and more rebounds than John Morant.
He's actually like 10 inches taller than John Morant. He better.
He a better defender than John Morant.
He has a
10 inches taller too.
He a better defender, and he a all NBA defender. John Morant can't sniff all NBA defense.
He got a super fucking star on the side of him too. That's another thing that you got to count.
What you mean? What they
got to do? He do got it. It got a lot to do. He got 2 All-Stars on that team. It got a lot to do. His job's easier. If you put him on, switch him and put him on Memphis.
The team, then Jaylen Brown got to come off the top 10 too, because he got Jason Tatum and Kemba Walker. Don't that sound stupid? Of course it does.
No, it don't.
Jaylen Brown was
Jaylen Brown just became an All-Star, and Kemba wasn't an All-Star.
He like 13 or 12.
Jaylen Brown is 12. He's ahead of both John Morant and Trae Young. He ahead of them, right? So he shouldn't be ahead of them because he played with 2 All-Stars.
He shouldn't be ahead of him.
I never said put him in the top 10.
He shouldn't be ahead of him.
Nah, he shouldn't be ahead of Trae Young.
Yeah. What I said was we just got to pull him down. It's nothing wrong to pull him down.
Y'all niggas don't know basketball. Every GM in the NBA would take Ben Simmons before they take John Morant. This list is full of people who covered basketball for years, and they all put Ben Simmons ahead of John Morant.
And these niggas, if they were so good, and these GMs so good, count how many championships they got among them if they so good at being GMs.
How many championships you got among you? What does that mean? That's stupid.
I got 6, nigga.
You ain't got none. You ain't Jerry Krause, nigga.
Know what I mean?
You was 10 when he won. You was 10 when he won the championship. Stop it. You had nothing to do with it.
Had everything to do with it.
They won the championship. He was 10 years old.
Why you so angry, man?
Winning matters. Because y'all talking crazy. Defense
you talking crazy, man. Not winning matters.
Winning matters.
Okay, not winning matters. It matters when it's convenient to you.
No. It matters when it's convenient to you because you keep talking about Jamal Murray winning and he ain't won nothing. He ain't even been in the playoffs. He was in the play-in game that he lost. So he didn't make it to the playoffs. He was in a play-in game that he lost.
They would have been a lottery pick. They would have been a lottery pick if he wasn't there.
They were still a lottery team. What are you talking about?
No, they wasn't. They wasn't a top 5 pick. That's what I'm talking about. But
that's not
like
lottery.
A crazy
the lottery is top 14. He was in those bottom 14.
Oh, 14. All right. Well, you know that it's a real lottery system, nigga. You know what I mean? He wasn't gonna be the likelihood to get number 1 because his team was in that game.
Yeah, but y'all be saying stuff that y'all don't know. It don't make sense. That's not basketball. That's just your personal preference. That's not basketball.
It ain't personal preference. I go with a nigga that gets buckets. Shit.
Who get buckets? If you go with a guy who gets buckets, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander get more buckets than John Moran do.
You're talking about Alfred off of Batman, bro.
Alfred off of Batman.
He played with 2 halls. Who are you talking? What team he played for?
You don't even know what team he played for.
Because I know the Thunder ain't winning no games, so it don't matter. You talking about?
They was winning until he got hurt.
I don't even know what that means. Either they winning games or they not.
They was winning until he got hurt.
First overall pick, right?
Yeah.
Ben Simmons is the first overall pick in his draft.
Yeah. John Morant was number 2. What's that mean?
I'm saying I know a lot of Philly fans that hate Ben Simmons.
I know a lot of Philly fans that hate the Eagles. What does that mean?
They ain't Philly fans there.
No, they Philly fans.
I put it to you.
I know Cowboys fans who have hated every Cowboys quarterback since Troy Aikman. What does that mean?
I sound like Ma right there.
This why I don't get this why I don't give Ben Simmons the pass. You know why? We talk about a lot of people talk about all the time.
Ain't nothing good in
Wiggins ain't this and Andrew Wiggins ain't that, right? He averaged over 20 points for his career. A nigga that averaged Andrew Wiggins, and he was no more overall pick.
Okay.
Nobody ever gave him a pass. Everybody say he a bust, he ain't it, this and that third. Like
all he did was shoot.
Defense part.
All he did was shoot.
I get the defensive part, but Greek Freak a great defensive player. He still averaged 29, 12. Like at some point you got to turn up. Like that's my problem with Ben Simmons. Usually at this point in his career, he should be 22 points, 21. Like he should be in the 20s. That's my problem with him.
But that's how you see his game. But that's what people say about Lonzo. But that's not his game. He's a point guard, and the point guard he sets up the offense, he rebounds, he plays defense. That's what a point guard did. That's what
but niggas ain't spending number 2 pick on him. If they could do that draft over, on Lonzo, if they could do that draft over, he not going.
On Lonzo, yeah. If they could do that draft, yeah. I mean,
Ben Simmons would still go 1.
Lonzo got screwed. Lonzo got screwed because of the team. He went to a team. Luke Walton is a terrible coach. He coached that team bad. Luke Walton think about it. Luke Walton had Brandon Ingram. He had Lonzo. He had Josh Hart. He had Julius Randle. He had all these guys. He had Zubac. He had Thomas Bryant. He had all these guys who doing big things all over the league on one squad, and they were terrible. He had D'Angelo Russell.
But sometimes
he got 3 All-Stars.
Sometimes terrible talent it's hard to.
He could have made that work.
Nah, he a bad coach. He was a bad coach.
When all of them demand the ball, it's different.
No, they don't. That's not Lonzo's game. Lonzo don't demand the ball. That's why Lonzo plays so good with Zion and Brandon Ingram. He don't demand the ball.
He couldn't shoot.
But that was coaching. His coach used to pull him out of the game for no reason because he had this rotation in his head. You losing. You play your young players. Julius Randle is the same player today that he was with the Lakers. He just gets more opportunity. That was Luke Walton. That was Luke Walton. Brandon
Julius
Ingram.
Julius Randle got a bad shake.
But all of those
Brandon Ingram was Luke Walton. All those guys was Luke Walton. That was Luke Walton.
But this is my question, right? Ain't Lonzo doing like 14 for the season, right? 14, shit like that.
Yeah.
14-5 or some shit like that.
Yeah.
Like, and he was considered like a good defender now, right?
Yeah.
Lonzo was a good defender, right?
Yeah,
really good.
Like I feel like because the defense side of the ball, mainstream media give Ben Simmons a lot of passes because he's such a good defender. But we don't get him saying passes to Greek Freak. We say he needs to get his jump shot better. We don't get him saying passes to Lonzo, who, he a bust, so you gotta get up out of it. We don't get him saying passes to everybody else that he plays defense. Like he was compared to LeBron coming out. Like a lot of people, that's the next LeBron. Like to me, that ain't it. Like he started this season averaging 12 points a game.
But they had a new coach. They had a new offense. They had a new system. He was trying to fill it out to learn a new system. He been doing 18 a game since then. He had to learn the system.
Looks like they're keying on Harrison Barnes now.
I mean, I get it, but like his talent, his size.
And that's just
I just feel like he should hold up
Harrison Barnes not looking to pass.
He should be the second highest scorer on that team. And Biebs and Big, but Tobias Harris can't be taking more shots than him. Even though Tobias Harris can shoot and is a dog, he's nice, but that's Ben Simmons. Who the second best player on that team?
Ben Simmons is.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
See, that's the thing. I don't know.
Points per game don't make you the second best player on the team.
But can I?
Because I score more than you don't make me better than you. Because that's not be my job.
What kind of defender do you?
Because you mean Richard Jefferson? Richard Jefferson was better than Jason Kidd.
What kind of defender you say that Ben Simmons is?
Ben Simmons might be the best defender in the league.
He
defends all 5 positions effortlessly. He can defend any position on the court.
So that makes you great because you can defend all 5 positions in a game.
You said what? Say that again.
So being able to defend all 5 positions on the floor makes you, just because you could just defend. Not saying like you know what I'm saying. Like they say certain people, he a rim protector. Yo, he just a lockdown defender where you can't even dribble the ball in front of him. Pat Beverly is a motherfucker where he's on you. He's a man-to-man. Like he's just on you. You ain't getting the ball around him. You can't dribble the ball in front. What kind of defender is Ben Simmons?
He's an all-around defender. Ben Simmons can defend every position equally. He can defend He defends point guards, shooting guards, centers.
You don't think?
What
I'm saying is, you don't think that's because he got somebody like Embiid that's a fucking rim protector?
But he does that even when Embiid not there. Embiid rim protects.
Yeah.
Embiid
don't D anybody man to man. He rim protects.
I know. So that's what I'm saying. When you got a rim protector back there, it's easy for me to play. Like it's easy for me to get up on somebody because I know I got another superstar.
No, that don't matter because Embiid missed 20 games this year, and having Dwight Howard or Tony Bradley back there, Ben Simmons defends the same.
Those are another. Okay, exactly. And what was motherfucking those 2 players? Those 2 players are great fucking defenders. So he got the great defenders on behind him. So and he's already 6'11" or something like that. What
did that got to do with anything though?
It's easier.
If your argument is it's easy to
they got a lot to do with it because he's allowed to take chances.
He's allowed to just
because he got help on the defensive end, and he ain't got to score.
He got a shot blocker back there. What are you talking about? Greek Freak shouldn't have won. Greek Freak shouldn't have won Defensive Player of the Year last year. What are you talking about? Greek Freak got good defenders on his team.
What I'm saying is, okay, so
it's hard to win Defensive Player of the Year with terrible defenders on your team. If nobody else is playing defense, you're not gonna get looked at as a good defender. They're gonna say, "Oh, he's good at defense." Huh?
Is Donovan Mitchell a good defender?
Royce O'Neal is. Royce O'Neal is an amazing defender.
I say it's Donovan Mitchell.
No, he's not. He's a decent defender. He average. He's not a great defender.
So you saying that if Rudy Gobert wasn't back there, he would definitely get exposed. That's what you saying.
If Rudy Gobert wasn't back there, that team would not be as good as it is. Nowhere near.
How many assists on Ben Simmons averaging?
That's my point.
7.6.
7. So he averaging 16 points, 7 assists, and playing defense. That don't sound like the second best player on the basketball team to me. Sound like a role
7
player.
rebounds.
I mean,
what role player against 16, 7, and 7?
Dog.
What role player against 16, 7, and 7?
I mean,
and the role player who gets 16, 7, and 7.
There's a lot of second options on teams that a role player is getting that.
Name a role player that's getting 16, 7, and 7. Name a role player that's getting 16, 7, and 7.
I got a stat check. 16, 7, and 7.
How you say that and you don't have nothing to back it up?
Look cute.
Who gets 16, 7, and 7 as a role
them
player?
numbers ain't eye-popping. Them numbers ain't second best player on the team numbers.
Because you want eye-popping, you want him to average 25 points a game.
He ain't got to average 20, but he got to have 20.
Magic was a 19 night guy.
He got to average 20, and that's 19. But he got to average 20.
Magic was a 19 and night guy.
Okay, but he got to average 20. If you're the second best player on his team.
Why?
And Magic also played with Kareem.
He played with great scorers.
He played with a couple niggas that was doing.
Yes, and he let them score. Tobias Harris is a good scorer. Tobias Harris can get buckets. Ben Simmons lets Tobias Harris get buckets.
I can't get with that.
Embiid gets 30 a night. Embiid gets 30 a night. Embiid don't get 30 when Ben Simmons not there.
What?
He don't get 30 a night when Ben Simmons not there.
Yes,
they can't win without Ben Simmons.
Yes,
they can't win without Ben Simmons. They can't win without Ben Simmons. I know the stats.
30 in the playoffs.
He was terrible. He shot 40% from the field. He was just throwing up shots.
He averaged 30 in the playoffs.
He shot 40% from the field.
30 in the playoffs.
And they got swept. What are you talking about? Okay. Ben Simmons makes that team go. That team is terrible without Ben Simmons. Go look at the numbers. Without Ben Simmons playing, they don't play defense. They can't score. That team, it's the truth. It's not bullshit. Y'all don't know what y'all fucking talking about. Y'all don't know basketball like I know
about to win MVP because he played with games without Ben Simmons.
Nah, that's what I'm saying. You can't.
Embiid is doing what?
You can't do.
You said Embiid doing what? You said Embiid doing what?
First off, you said that Ben Simmons. You said that Embiid. This was your argument before. You said that if Ben Simmons, what's the name? Ben Simmons was the best player on the team. That's what you said before.
No, I didn't. I said Embiid is the best player on the team. No, I just said Ben Simmons is the second best player on the team.
Dude, you said this is what you said before. You just started saying that now. That what's the name was averaging 30 points because you said that it wasn't enough. You said that he was only averaging 20-something points a game. And then you was like, he only averaged.
I ain't never when I said that.
Yes, hey, Moran, am I lying? You said that he only averages that is because Ben Simmons is out there facilitating. Then Ben Simmons went the fuck down. He averaged 30 in the fucking playoffs, and then you changed the fucking tune.
You talk about a nigga who shoots 55% from the field when Ben Simmons is playing, but without Ben Simmons, he shoots 40%. And that's what you talking about? That's the dumbest fucking argument I ever heard in my whole life.
How is that
you talking about
that he needed him to score 30 points? You said he can't do it. He averaged 30 without your man there.
He shot 40%, and they got swept. He turned the ball over 7 times a game. What are you talking about? Your argument is stupid. This year, playing with Ben Simmons, he getting 30. Without Ben Simmons, his numbers ain't the same. That team ain't good. That team ain't good.
Percentage matter when you want to put it in, but then it don't matter with what Ben Simmons do.
That's spicy that you want to put it in. That's spicy that you want to put it in. When Ben Simmons,
but I will say this: when Ben Simmons was hurt earlier this year, Steph Curry was wilding, and they still was winning without Ben Simmons. Because I remember I had a trade for Ben Simmons. I said, this nigga needs fucked up again. I'm staying away from that because I had a trade for him on fantasy, and he was out for a couple of weeks because his knee was messed up. And Steph Curry started off the season hot, and they was rolling. They rolling.
Steph Curry was shooting out of his mind. He was on a hot streak. Is he still doing that?
No, but Tobias.
No, he went back to the mean.
I mean, I looked at their records. It's the same shit without Ben and the same shit with Embiid. They have like a 500 team. It's not just like Ben Simmons make it go. It's not that. They the same team without either one of them. They get
500 team. I remember I pulled up the stats last year when we was arguing about the shit. It was like 9-9 without each other or something like that. The team wasn't up or down. Somebody's numbers went up, somebody niggas went down. Like it's not like a difference. Like it's not a crazy difference. They both was like 500. I mean, I'm not disputing that him being a great defender don't make the team better, but I'm also not trying to sweep on the rug. Embiid being the MVP candidate got them at number one in this fucking what's his name either.
Yeah, like that's all I'm saying.
When you say Embiid being the MVP candidate is what?
Like that's a great part of the reason why they was number one in the East. Embiid missed 20 games. They not 20-0 and those. They ain't 20-0 without Embiid. I guarantee you, they probably like 500. But they
500. They are 500.
They ain't. That's what I'm saying. It's the same thing. Like that's and check how many games Ben Simmons missed it because they missed a couple of games together. So that record ain't just because Embiid was gone. Ben Simmons missed the same amount of games because on FanDuel they both missed games together. It ain't just one going, the other one they had the ball, and like they missed games together a couple times. Because I remember FanDuel fucked me a couple times because of Embiid or
Simmons not playing. Yeah,
like so it's like I think it goes hand in hand. Yeah, like it goes hand in hand. I don't think it's like I think because they had remember the game when they had neither one of them was there and the dude off the bench scored like 38.
With the
dreads. Yeah, they had the nigga that had. Remember, matter of fact, all of them had COVID at one time. That's why Embiid wasn't injured between. All of them had COVID at one time. Then all they had was back to play. So it wasn't because Embiid ain't missed 20 off an injury. Like they all had COVID at one time. So like I think it go hand in hand though, man. Like I just look at it like when you look to if you could look at somebody like Andrew Wiggins and say he never realized potential, he just out there shooting and he averaged 22 for a career. We gotta look at Ben Simmons and say, "Come on, bro."
Yeah, like yo, you gotta act like
it's not it. It's not it. Like you could be the greatest defender in the world. Draymond said he's the greatest defender of all time. He ain't worthy of no one overall fucking pick. Hell no. If he was the number one overall pick, I'd say Draymond ain't right. I need Draymond to get me more. Like that's how I look at it. I'm not saying he trash. He this. I'm looking at it as. For him to be as highly talented as he should have been coming out of LSU or wherever he came from, you should be on the whole nother level right now. Like they just got that coach they got this year. Like he should be on like Zion just figuring out how to play and he's getting 27.
The 76ers are 5-7 without Ben Simmons this year. They 5-7 without Ben Simmons. They under 500 without Ben Simmons. Embiid missed 10 straight games. They went 7-3 without Embiid. Embiid has missed games because of COVID. That's how he missed 20 overall. So they 10-10 in those 20 games he missed. But without Ben Simmons, they 5-7. Yeah. They're a whole different team without Ben Simmons because they don't have anybody to initiate the ball. They don't have anybody to play to set the table on defense.
That's this year, and they also miss games together. So that goes under.
I just said that without Ben Simmons specifically. Without Ben Simmons specifically,
yes, but they missed games together.
Without
they lost the game when they missed together.
That's together in the 20 games that Embiid missed. They 10-10, and those 20 games got Embiid and Ben Simmons in it. But in a 10 straight game series and 10 straight games before Embiid came back from injury, and he was the only one out, they went 7-3. Without Ben Simmons, they 0-5 right now. They're on a 5-game losing streak without Ben Simmons. A whole different team without Ben Simmons. Ben Simmons sets the offense. He plays defense. He keeps the ball moving. So what y'all saying, it don't make sense because the numbers don't back it up. The numbers back it up.
But listen,
I'm looking at the numbers.
Hey, Marty, we ain't
just back it up.
The stat from last year. We just looked at the same stat. It was even. You was bringing up one they 4 games better this year. Like we just looked the shit up last year. We had the same exact argument. The same shit. Just because they're a couple games better this year. Wow. It's been the same shit. We just looked it up. I still got the shit on my phone from their fucking career. I just looked it up. Like swing to him this year. He got fucking 16 and he worked his way to 16 because he was at 12. It's not good enough. Fucking Tobias doing 20 something. He ain't no number one pick. That's what I'm saying. It's not good enough. It's not good enough. No matter how we slice it, that shit is not good enough.
Everybody else gotta elevate their game. That's what I don't like. Everybody else gotta elevate their game up, but he get to stay stagnant and still say that it's just cool. Like, nah, he gotta elevate his game too in order to fucking win too. That's why they still where they at. Like if everybody else gotta elevate their game, he gotta elevate his game too. If they need him to score 22, he gotta score 22. If he gotta average that shit, he gotta average 22 for them to get over the fucking hump. That's all I'm saying. It's just every time when they lose,
NBA, everybody's gonna go.
It's Embiid, but then when they win, it's Simmons. I can't deal with that. I don't see how that works like that.
What? You don't see how it works?
Like when they lose, it's it's Embiid. Then they win.
No. What you said is the flip of it. What you said is you said it right the first time. When they lose, it's Ben Simmons' fault. When they win, it's because of Embiid dominance. That's how everybody views it. That's how you view it. Because that's how Isaiah's view. That's what this whole argument is about.
That's how they view it.
Ben Simmons is the reason they lose.
No. What I'm saying is,
it's two superstars on that team. It's two superstars on that team. When they lose, it's because of both of them.
No.
They both ain't stepping up.
Yeah, but that's not what you say. When they lost in the playoffs, you said Ben Simmons was the reason.
Ben Simmons didn't even play. What are you talking about? He didn't even play.
No.
What are you talking about? He didn't even play.
Look, you said that what's the name play wasn't good enough. This is what you said.
Yes.
You said that.
Yes, it wasn't.
And he averaged 30.
He shot 40% from the field. He shot a bunch of threes. He's 7'2", 300 pounds.
But this.
So what are you talking about? That makes no sense.
Argument gets misconstrued because we also acknowledge that they lost to the better team, and you also said that Ben Simmons was they probably only won one game. So either way they was playing the better team, and he was going to lose.
They would have lost.
It don't matter. Like,
Embiid's numbers would have been better.
What? Yeah.
Embiid is better with Ben Simmons.
But that's what I'm saying. Like that's what I'm saying. When we say Ben Simmons is better, you take it as we just saying he trash and he the reason they never going. No, we saying he should be better than what he is right now. He should be. Offensively, he should be better than what he is right now. Everybody gets better.
Stay the same.
This is a nigga that picked up a basketball a few years ago and he averaged fucking 30. There's no way that he shouldn't be above 16, no matter how we slice it. He shouldn't. He's not. His level of talent is better than a 16 a night
point
guy.
Scorer.
That's how I look at it. He's better than a 16 a night. He's better than that. And there's a lot of times where he fucking disappears. And like you see everybody, come on, man, bro, come on, man, we need you to step up in these things. Like, and I also seen a lot of games where it's like, Embiid bail him out. He got 48 and 19. He got this and that. Like it goes vice versa. I'm not saying he don't have. That's like it's the NBA. Yeah. It's an 82 game season. You're going to have a stretch where Ben Simmons, 5 straight games. He had 20 points. No, I need that every night. I don't want to see the fucking stretch. I need
You're
that every
at that
night.
caliber. You should be that caliber of player.
But like and just like every team goes on runs and every team going to take a couple of losing streaks throughout the 82 game season. They're on the 5 game skid. Every team is going to be, oh well, damn, Milwaukee lost 4 straight. What's going on over it? Like it happens. It's the NBA. Like I'm not saying him not being there is not a direct correlation to them losing 5 in a row.
I just don't like that. Everybody else got to get better. Besides him, he can stay the same. He can average 16 points. He can average the fucking little 8 or 7 assists that he fucking averaged and be cool and 7 rebounds and he can stay there. But everybody, when you put it into like when we had the argument about Jamal Murray is not just he only averaged 5 assists. So you telling me that now he got to average more assists when he averaging 23 or he averages 19 or 20 points or some shit like he got to elevate that part of the game plus the assist. But your man can stay stagnant and still be better than him. That doesn't work. That doesn't work. Like we already know. Like, come on, what do you want to do? I've seen games where Jamal Murray had 40. He rip off 40. He rip off a 35 piece and like oh my God, he's shooting amazing. I haven't seen that from your man. Like that's all I'm saying. I'm not, and it's not like I just want if everybody criteria is to get better, his should be the same way because he was the #1 overall pick. There's no way he's supposed to be staying the fucking same. There's no way. I'm sorry.
Yeah, Like, cause it's like it's number one, like it's number one overall picks right now that averages more than 16 that we look at. Like, come on, nobody looks at Andrew Wiggins as he's a great player. Yeah, yeah. Like it's like no one looks at Andrew Wiggins as a great player, right? Nobody looks at Harrison Barnes as he's the ultimate, but when he's doing 14, 15, we talk down on him. You know what I'm saying? It's like we can't I keep the same energy. Like if I look at this person like that, I feel I got the same expectations for you. Andy Edwards next year, I expect you to be around what you're doing right now, that 19 to 20, because you showed that you can do it. Yeah. Like, but that's what I'm saying. Like, at certain points, you gotta take a step. Like, look at Greek Freak. He wasn't the number one pick on that. He came, man. He elevated. He was there, averaging triple double, defensive player of the year. He doing this. He's trying to get his team to the Eastern Conference Final. We don't cut him no slack to this day. Everybody's still,
that's true.
Yo, that jump shot gotta get better. Or this, that. Like, we don't cut him. But I'm like, so if we can't cut a nigga that's averaging 29 and 12, how I'm gonna cut a dude that's a number over pick averaging? You like in your fifth year and you averaging 16 and 7 and 7. That's not good enough. And it's not good enough when the number one person on this list plays on the way terrible more team averaging 29 and 9. It don't matter. Exactly. It don't like you have to be like
because I look at it this way. It's just like what's the name to me? Like when he said, he averaged 30. He out there shooting 3. He ain't got no choice. He's trying to make up for the deficiency that you have. Like, it don't have to, like, why is he shooting 3? Because he ain't got no choice. He's just trying to score. He's trying to put up as much points as possible. If you could take some of that away from him where you could just score more, hit a 15-footer or hit a 3 here or there, it'll open up the game. Why you think about it? LaMelo would be the same way if he couldn't shoot 3s. It would be the same shit as Ben Simmons. If he didn't know how to shoot 3s, that's what puts him over the top. Where you like, I see that nigga potential because he's shooting fucking 50-footers and 40-footers and shit like that. You like, oh shit, he can make those too. That's the same. Yeah. LaMelo and Lonzo would be the same person if Lonzo shoot better.
And that's my thing. If think about it, if he's up to 20 and he's doing 20 on 21 and 7 and 7, 20. I'm shutting the fuck up. I ain't got nothing to say about that. But 16 points. He's a great defender. He's a great defender. I get all that, right? Like, I get the great defender. Like, Rudy Gobert might be the best big man defender in the league, right? He might be that. Like, I'm just throwing the name out there. But I would never put him as the number one man in the league because look at all the shit this Joke is doing. Joke is doing. He's averaging 8 assists. He averaging 27 points and 11 rebounds. He doubling your output on the points, still grabbing almost the same amount of rebounds, but he averaging 8 assists. So now because you're a great rim protector, I'm supposed to put you over Jokic?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like I can't like that. That's the way mentally. That's the way I look at it. Like defense is great. He's a great defensive player. Yes, defense is an important. Defense win championships and all that. But if you're not in a situation where your team is winning championships and all that,
then you can't use that argument.
Think about how better the Sixers would be if they had 3 20-point scorers and he was with Embiid and Tobias Harris and Ben Simmons. They'd be unstoppable. Like that's my point.
That's another pressure that you got to put on Embiid where you got to make him. He got to have 30 in order for the game to be consistent because you know your man only averages fucking 16. If he could average 25 and give him 30 and all of that, some days and all that, and then Ben Simmons could not Ben Simmons, Embiid could just relax and chill and just play ball. He don't got to force it to do anything like that because Ben Simmons is on fire. It's a different ball game. It's a different element to the game that nobody would see. Like that would be a fucking big 3, but I don't look at it as a fucking big 3 because
if they win the if they win the championship this year off of it, like I just look at it like all right, if you win a championship, it's winning you championships. That's your role in the championship team. I ain't gonna knock you for that. I ain't gonna knock just like I don't knock Steph Curry for like making KD feel welcome and let everybody pop shit and this and that. I'm not gonna knock you for that if you win championships. But if
You just said the Sixers has been a regular team. They're a regular team who's a perennial playoff team every year, and they get to the first or second round, and then see you next year.
Know they out.
And then next year we come back, and guess what? As soon as they out, what we see off season. Ben Simmons, look, he just knocked down 5 straight threes in the gym. We did it. Do that in the game. I don't want to see
it in the game.
I don't want to see that on my Instagram feed going crazy. Do it in the game, man. Bro, that shit crazy. But we got an hour and a half right now.
Oh yeah.
I'm about to we're gonna end this one for the night. And I mean, back we're gonna when you want to do the draft recap? I mean, mock draft. Right, tomorrow let's do it like Wednesday, the day before the draft.
We can do it Wednesday, yeah. Because I'm keeping track, so I'm gonna let you know everybody that's gonna be on my squad.
All right, well, we out here, man. Next time, always remember to like and subscribe.